Hi everyone, it's Desma here on Born Anew. Again, I'm trying to really put my effort in this and give it a good try at becoming a public speaker one day, writing and getting published. And I'm starting off with these blogs, these video blogs, and my goal is to post one every week for you guys. And my goal is to only get better and to talk about things that affect us all. Right now, I'm putting a lot of energy in talking about mental illness because that is the thing that hits me personally the most right now, with my son and myself. And so I use myself and bring up things to you guys that everyone can use and maybe they relate to and maybe they need to share. And anyway, there are things that aren't really talked about, and I'm hoping that these videos get out there, and I'm hoping that I do better at this. But today I want to talk about social skills and how isolation, whenever we're going through something, and again, it's not just mental illness, it's when life gets you down and when we go through things that are traumatic or big lifetime events, right? That just for that season stress us out, and we don't want to be bothered, and we pull away and we turn off the phone and we stop going out and we don't get ready anymore. And it can affect you big time, and it can change the way you come off to people. And eventually everything you put in, if it's just you being alone all the time, you can lose your social skills. And so today, funny story, I'm at the VA clinic, and I'm trying to get things done for my knee because I hurt it again. But there's a gentleman behind me in line, and as he's walking by, I see he has some beautiful eyes. And because I'm working at my social skills and I want to be less awkward, I go with compliment somebody. If you want to feel good, practice complimenting somebody. So here I go, and I said, "You have some beautiful eyes." And he does. He has some beautiful hazel eyes. And he says, "Oh, why, thank you." And he wants to return, I guess, the gesture, and says, "Well, what color are your eyes?" And I go, "Oh, they're gray." And he's looking closer to try to see my gray eyes, and I said, "You see?" And so he actually agrees and says, "Oh, they are beautiful." And so we end the conversation there after I say thank you. And I finish my booking of an appointment or scheduling an appointment, and I'm walking out of this hospital, and I realize that we're both big dummies and that I have no contacts in that I normally wear. And he agreed with me, and I don't know what he's thinking, but I know I had to stop and just laugh at myself. But before I laughed at myself, I kept saying, "I'm an idiot, I'm a dummy, I can't believe I just did something so stupid." How can you relate to that? We all do things that are just human. We're all human and make mistakes. So I actually talked myself away from the whole "you're an idiot" and "big dummy," and I actually went back to this and how can I use that as a story and spin it. And it's not a story like I made it up, but how can it relate to somebody that's listening to me tell it? Well, you can take it and just tell yourself that she's human like I am, and she understands. And how I want you guys to use it is, look at your relationships. How are you guys doing? Are you making phone calls? Are you reaching out? Are you interacting with people that care about you? And if not, what can you do about that? And if you're not around a lot of people but have somebody close to you that could use some interaction, are you a good person with them? Do you have healthy conversations at dinner? I mean, that's something we don't do anymore. We don't sit around the table. We're always on our phone. And then so whenever we go through something, we just get worse at that. Now we're not even talking at all. Now we don't say good morning. We just let somebody walk by and they just go do what they're doing, and I'm going to go back to my room where I was, and there's no interaction. And you can imagine how not doing that to your own circle, in your own house, or to your own neighbor, if you can't be friendly to those people that you interact with regularly, how are your social skills going to be when you're out in society? And I'm going to hear it, some people don't really give two blankety blanks about that. But if you want to actually be a person that's positive, that's, somebody that people want to actually hang out with and talk to, and just hang out with and talk. That alone is big enough to me, because when you get bored, what do we always want to do? We want to see what everybody else is doing. Our kids do it. They're just bored, and so they spend money on things that aren't going to be fulfilling. Well, practice your social skills. After you take a look at how you are, and if you're doing a good job, that's great. More of us need to see it, because how that affected me is I would negative self-talk, like I was starting to do right now. I was saying, I'm a big idiot, I'm a dummy, you look stupid. And then for a long time, I didn't talk to people. I had my head down, and for me, it was always like, my life is the saddest. My life is miserable, and people don't get it. They're not going through what I went through. They don't know what my son went through. They don't know what happened to me. And that's right, they don't. Do you want to be that person that wears that on your face for life? I know I don't. So I'm trying to interact more. I'm trying to reach out. I'm trying just to really be attentive to my own actions. Like, am I being the person I can be proud of? Am I someone that people would say is a good person? And the way that starts is with you. Just the small things in your house. Like, how do you say good morning? How do you talk to your kids? How do you talk to your spouse or your neighbor? Again, I'm just bringing up things that we can all relate to. And there's a time and season for everything. But I don't want to be a person that's known as the one that's always going through something, and the one that's always just we don't want to call her because she's just going to make us all sad. And so the way I'm trying to beat that is by being more attentive to my own social skills and not being so hard on myself. So I hope you guys take that, share this, and believe me, it is something that affects people that are going through things. So it affects us all, because we all pull away at some point for different reasons. And then with mental illness, it is a big one. It is one of the biggest things. And then when we pull and isolate ourselves, we actually start turning into this whole different person that people don't notice or recognize. So anyway, I just hope you guys are having a good day. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I just hope you enjoyed this video. All right, love y'all. God bless you. Take care.